Hey everyone, and welcome to a pretty different video for my channel. To celebrate 400 subscribers, I did this massive, huge stream, which was just a crazy amount of fun, but also a crazy disaster. Something I wanted to do was do a 5-star island tour, showing you my time travel free island. It's not supposed to like crap all over people who time travel, but like I wanted to use this as an opportunity to show you don't have to time travel to do all of the crazy stuff that you see. It just takes a little bit longer, but with persistence, you can get to 5 stars as well. So this is my island, Lotus Bay. So let's just dive right into it. So right here, once you jump out of the airplane, you see right here, I've got Lotus carved into the ground. It's just this cool thing I did very late one night, and yeah, I think it looks kind of cool. It doesn't show up super well from the airplane, unfortunately. It just is like the TUS basically, so everyone's just like, what does that say? Um, but yeah, so up here is my tourist shopping area. And right here I have Nook's Cranny and the Able Sisters. Originally behind here I had this playground set, but once I started collecting stuff there was just too much for it. So this is probably just going to be wherever the next store goes. Whatever store they add, this is where it's going to go. So this is my shopping district. So if we go more to the west, we have the lighthouse, and what I've called Muscle Beach, Mussel, because I'm very funny. It's like Muscle Beach, but it's a pun. I've got my orange trees right here. So this 5-star island probably took me 175 hours. I don't think that happened because it required 175 hours, but like that's just where I hit it. And essentially, what happened was I didn't realize I was so close to 5 until I started talking to Isabel and asking how far along I was. And then it became my goal to get to 5 stars, but I don't think it needed to take 175 hours. It's just once I realized how close I was, it took me that little extra time to get to. So there's that. So right here is the first living area. I call this Ocean View Estates because right here, this is where Renee lives. She's one of my first villagers, and this is where Gruff lives. He's an old villager who, like many Floridians, moved to Florida to get to the beach. And so here, it's called Ocean View because it's facing the water. It's got these palm trees, which are also good for coconuts. We come over here, and if Brewster ever gets added to the game as a different shop, I'll probably work something out where it connects to this. But this is my outdoor cafe. It's pretty simple, but it's got this cool water feature. I saw a lot of people do Zen gardens, and I was just kind of tired of seeing them, so I didn't want to do one myself. So I took something that normally would be in a Zen garden and just made it the centerpiece of my cafe. I've even got an espresso machine right here and an outdoor menu right here. So over here, I moved the play area. So I've got slides and stuff over here. This is where the teacup ride is. I kind of hope they add more rides along the way because there just really aren't many. So this is just kind of a play area. I'd like it to be more of an amusement park. And it's not really done, honestly. I don't love the way this is all laid out. But this is that. So before we go up there, this project right here, the campsite, is what got me over the edge to 5 stars. And this took me probably one night to do because the most of it was just putting down the flooring. And so what happens is it's between two trees. I think it looks really cool. It's got all these outdoor tables and things like that. So yeah, it's pretty simple, but it's cool. It's got this little fishing area. I got this cooler from the fishing event that happened last month, which I really enjoyed. And that's that. So let's take a look at the museum next. I love my museum. It's very cool because it's got this big pathway that goes on both sides. Right here is the gyroid memorial that I made. Originally, it was a much smaller thing, but I really miss gyroids. I love gyroids. I know not everyone does, but I miss them desperately. And right here we've got our little sitting area, a little lounging area outside the museum where you can listen to music and things like that. And then, like I said, this goes down so it's symmetrical. Oop, gotta shoot down this balloon, of course. And nailed it. Okay. Let's see what I got. A beach chair. Nice. So coming over here, this used to be where the museum was, and it had a bunch of waterfalls around it, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. It just seemed kind of basic. But this is where Red comes. And if you know who Red is, which I'm sure you do if you're watching this video, what happens is he comes in and he sells you art. And if he sells you fakes, there's not much you can do. So this area is going to be called the False Idol Sculpture Garden. This is where all of the fake paintings he sells me are going to go. And I wish he'd come by more so I could buy more instead of just having this one thing kind of out of place. It hasn't taken shape yet, but that's a work in progress as well. There's a lot of things that are evolving and changing on my island. I really like having the option to have a fluid kind of island. What is Rold thinking? Oh, got me something. An emblem blazer. Sure, why not? I'm always afraid when I see Rold with a thought bubble above his head that he's about to move, but I've been lucky so far. All right. So moving on, this is the Twin Pines Peak. I named it that because of these two pine trees that it has. It will remain Twin Pines Peak until a DeLorean falls out of the sky and destroys one of the pine trees. Then it will become Lone Pines Peak. If you've ever seen Back to the Future, you would get that reference. But this is basically the living area where I put the majority of my villagers. I really like this area. It was a fun project to do because it was just, I mean, each house you move takes an entire day, and you can only move one house a day. So this was a week-long project essentially, where it just slowly came together day by day, and it looked so cool. Here's Rodney wearing his happy hat. One day I'd like to hear his autobiography. One day. Everyone hates Rodney. I love Rodney. He's so freaking funny looking. And then right here, this is kind of a relaxation area. It's got a stereo and a grill. It reminds me of like a condo. So that's that. Up to the left, I've got my apple orchard with lots of apple trees. And so this is probably my crowning achievement. I love this area. I wish I could get more villagers to expand on it, but unfortunately with the 10 villager limit, I don't think that's possible. But if you come to the left right here, you also get to see my hidden little bamboo relaxation area. I have so many relaxation areas. It's very nice. I would live on this island and just relax in different places each day. But basically, this is kind of ever evolving. This is a picnic set and a shell seat. As I find more things that fit here, I'll put them here. But I like the aesthetic, and I like that it's tucked away, so it's kind of a hidden secret. So I really like that. Then I haven't really done anything with this area. Probably going to be something that comes along next. But there is one more thing I will show you before I show you my house, which is nowhere near being done, but this is a little Easter egg that I have hidden into my island. So if you go over here, you see this little pathway, and once you get to it, you see a moon. And what's cool about the moon is it actually hovers, if I could just get the angle right. See how it hovers above the ground, so it's always in the sky? And you got a toilet, so you can look out and ponder while you get back to nature. All right, so that's pretty much my 5-star island tour. It's pretty simple. It's pretty effective and useful too, though. Like, I see some amazing projects, but you can't fish. You can't. It's a lot more limited the more you put down. It makes it harder to actually play the game. So I wanted to keep a functional island while also trying to make it look as nice as possible. But right here is my island. It's right here. We're gonna go and I'm sorry. Did I say here's my island? This is my house. It's right here. What's cool is it's paid off, which is exciting. I put the DIYs on the ground because I got nothing else to do with them, unfortunately, because you can't put them in storage. But this is my bedroom. It's kind of a work in progress. I didn't set out to make this room, but I just ended up getting all the furniture and wallpaper and things like that that fit it. So for now, this is what it is. I've got like a very red theme going on here. I got my pet turtle on my dresser, and I got my bed right here. Very comfy. So here is my study, and that's slowly coming together. Sorry, my voice is going out after the 3-hour stream. But this is my study. It's finally coming together. Put some stuff on the walls, like my fishing poster that I got from the fishing thing. This is stamp day. Those three plaques stacked on top of each other. A world map. And some autograph stuff. And this is where I'll type my masterworks. So get excited for that. So that's my study. Moving swiftly on, I have downstairs, which I'll show you. It's not much. It's gonna be like a hangout spot where it's gonna have some games and stuff. So I've got foosball, ping pong table, pool table, things like that. Massive TV. Does this turn on? It does. Okay, I didn't know that. But now the TV's on. Got a great couch. If I go upstairs, this is unfortunately the saddest room because there's nothing in it. This is usually where I put my turnips if I buy them. I haven't been doing that for a while. I've been pretty set on bells lately, so I don't really need to. But yeah, this is going to be something at some point. But lastly, the room that I am most proud of, that I am going to show you last, is my music room. So let's take a look at that. Here's my music room. I've got all the instruments. And on the walls, I have actual album art from a bunch of my favorite bands. A lot of favorite albums up here. Really like the front bottoms. So I've got all of their discography on my wall. And then if you turn around, you've got Magic Whip by Blur. But that's pretty much it. I got a bunch of records here. Got a record player here. Got actual instruments. And I got this groovy wallpaper that matches the groovy egg that I got on Egg Day. It's the only thing I like because it's the only thing that actually fits in my house. I am thinking though, like the top floor until it's done could be like an attic space where I just put all my holiday decorations, like a real attic. I think that'd be kind of funny, but besides that, I haven't really thought of anything to do with it. Oh, I didn't show you the other room. I mean, it's not as surprising because I feel like everyone's doing it, but I'm making an arcade. And I've got a pinball table here. Got a few arcade cabinets, floor lights for ambiance, and that's that. But that's pretty much my house. That's pretty much my island. Um, this was a kind of a weird video. It was supposed to be part of the stream, but that went so crazy that I decided that it wasn't. If you actually wanted to see the island, it would have been too difficult to actually sift through the 3-hour stream to find the actual points of the island that were like things I wanted to show off. So I decided to do this separately really quick. But yeah, this is Lotus Bay. I'm really happy with the way it's turned out so far. Like I said, it is ever evolving and I'm constantly changing things. But for now, like, this is what a 5-star island looks like without time traveling. If you want to do things legit, um, yeah. So, hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.